Another winning day in the books, ladies and gentlemen. I know we failed on our parlays yesterday, but that's why we have our backbone bread and butter.
Happy medium. Come on. Boom. Let's go.
60-minute money line, three-way regulation. Cash that play, 5-3 winner. That puts us in 1% profit on the day. We went into yesterday up 25% on the Dirty 630 show. We are now 26% up since 2 weeks ago on Monday. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as I just mentioned, you're tuned into the Dirty 630 show. We are DocSports.com. I am Griffin Murphy. Alongside me to my left or my right is Nick Menken. Boys are back again in action to get you guys dialed up with some winners. As we mentioned, yesterday didn't go our way on the parlays, but we did have our bread and butter backbone, so that did cover us on a 1% profit day. It's been a really bit of a cluster, I got to say, Nick. We've been smacking all of our parlays, then we failed to hit the whale. Then, of course, yesterday we hit the whale and lose all of our parlays. And that's how it goes sometimes, guys. That's the system. It's a volatile system. Peaks, valleys, peaks, valleys. Look for the consistency and hammer them. But just so you guys know, this show is the Dirty 630 show. It's recorded Monday through Friday. We try to get it up by 1 p.m. Eastern time. And before we get any further, got to ask my boy Nick, how we doing over at DocSports.com and what we got on tap today?
We are staying hot, ladies and gentlemen, on the NBA hardwood floor. We cashed in last night with our 7-unit best bet. We had the Minnesota Timberwolves there with the points. Keep the points. Didn't need them. They won that game outright. How about a disappointing final game from the Lakers, man? Luka getting injured and then LeBron James. But we won. We cashed in my last 19 selections. We're 16-3 here for up over $5,000 in profit. Absolutely hot on the NBA side of things. I have a 3-unit play going off tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the ice. We got a 6-unit best bet going off tonight. I believe that game starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is part of a 2-pack there. We got a dog price in that second game on the ice. And as well, we got a massive 3-pack on the MLB side of things. So we're locked and loaded, staying hot on the NBA side of things, looking to heat up here on the ice. Griff, what do you got going on at the website, my man?
Yeah, yesterday was a solid day for me. We won our baseball card. We won our NBA card. We did drop our NHL card going 1-1. Smacked one of my plays, lost a totals play, which was the higher unit play. So that one, unfortunately, against me. Did go 1-1 on props. So staying low volume right now. I talk about this all the time, and you know what? I'm going to take a second to talk about this. Yesterday on the Vegas Beat, me and Tony George talked a lot about sports betting. That's what that show's about. It's not about giving out free picks and situations. Well, I've got to let you guys know, I took that 8-unit game of the year on the NHL side of things literally 2 weeks ago on the Tampa Bay Lightning, game 1 of that set, and got absolutely smacked. I am still hungover from that play. Don't get me wrong. We haven't not by any means saddled it up. We're still cashing tickets left and right, but my volume has changed dramatically. And that happens from time to time. You hit hot streaks, you hit cold streaks. Right now, Nick, he's on an absolute burner. 16-3 in his last 19 NBA selections. Get on board with that. But for me, I'm playing very small, slow, collective right now. If you guys are looking for week packages, month packages, that's the way to go right now. I'm not jamming out any top plays until this weekend. We're going right back into the UFC cage, but it's going to be very slow volume from now until this weekend. I'll start cranking up the torch again in MLB starting up next week. Right now, playing very small collective. Have been going through a little bit of a rut. Yesterday was a nice bounce back day. I'm looking for another one today. I've got 2 plays on the MLB side of things. I've got 1 play on the NBA side of things. That's a 4-unit best bet. NHL 4-unit best bet. Props, I've got a 4-unit best bet. And soccer, I've got a 3-unit play at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Very small volume across all cylinders. We're looking to regather, recoup, and get ready to shock some fireworks, baby. But with that being said, if you guys are a new member to Doc Sports, head on over to DocSports.com/free60. There you can go grab yourself a free $60 account. You could use that free $60 on our premium selections, on our absolute best bets, as Nick just mentioned. I don't know, Nick, what's your top play run? I know you're on something absolutely ridiculous right now outside of NBA.
I'm not sure what the top play run is, but I'm hitting around like a 64% in my top plays. So
yeah, something ridiculous. We talked the last time. Nick's got another top play tonight. on the ice, 6-unit best bet. If you guys want to get that play for free, head on over to docsports.com/free60. You can grab that free $60 account. You could use that free $60 towards his package. If you guys don't like Nick and you like me better, well, I've got a full slate of MLB selections, NBA, NHL. We've got everything you need. You can jump on my selections for free. And if you don't like either of us, we got 10, 11 other cappers over at the website. You can use that $60 on them as well. But with that being said, Nick, what kind of sauce we got dousing out today?
Sticking with that Asian zing here. You know what it is, our parlay system. In this system, we have 4 parlays. We have 2 2-team parlays. We have 1 3-team parlay and 1 Hail Mary, granddaddy of them all, baby. Our 4-team parlay. We got to hit one this week. I'm feeling good about it. Griffin and I, we go off increments of $100. We realize you guys better be sticking to that risk here. Since we started in February, all the way back in February, stick to that risk. Risk management is key. This volatile system, Griff talks about it. It's up and it's down. But talk to me, Griff, about that whale bet, our backbone.
Just mentioned our backbone. So our whale bet in this show, we give out 4 parlays. Each one of those parlays, you will be risking 1%. So in this show, you're getting 4 parlays. Say we are to lose all 4 of those parlays, you're minus 4%. We give out a 5% individual selection. That is our backbone to say all 4 of those parlays drop and that 5% whale shot hits. As a prime example of yesterday, we are automatically in profit 1% on the day. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll touch up on volatility later on in the show. But if your 1% is $5, stick to that $5 on the 1%, starting back all the way in February. Do not change a damn thing. And when it comes to your whale bet, if that's $25, stick to the $25. Do not change a damn thing. Risk management is key, and it is the only way to succeed using this system. Now, with that being said, Nick, what time is it, baby?
Parlay time. Let's go, baby.
Let's rock. Let's roll. We're on the diamond to kick it off. We got the Detroit Tigers minus 130 rolling into LA to play the Angels. Total sitting at 8.5. Los Angeles, they're a falling knife right now. They've dropped 4 consecutive games. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games. Detroit, they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. Tonight, they're backed up by Casey Mize. Mize having a hell of a year. He's 4-1 on the year. 29.2 innings of work with a dominant 2.12 ERA. I expect Mize to continue gunslinging it in this 2025 season, and Detroit to light up Kikuchi, who's sitting at an 0-4 record with a high 4.31 ERA. Give me the Tigers here on the money line, minus 130 for game number 1. Nick, hit them game 2.
Game 2, staying on the diamond, we've got the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays here. The Blue Jays slight favorite, minus 110 here on the money line. That total sitting at 8.5. Yesterday, the Red Sox, they were up 6-0. They blew that lead there in extra innings. The Toronto Blue Jays got that win 7-6 in extra innings. Tanner Hochik will be on the mound for the Boston Red Sox here. He's 0-2 on the season. One of his worst starts came in his last performance against the Cleveland Guardians. He went 5 innings of work, 8 hits, and 4 earned runs. He'll be matched up against Jose Barrios here for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's 1-1 on this season. I just think this lineup for this Boston Red Sox team has been producing runs a lot better than these Toronto Blue Jays here. I don't care that Tanner Hochik has not had a win here this season. He gets one today. Give me the Boston Red Sox here on the money line over the Toronto Blue Jays. So for our first 2-team parlay, we are taking the Detroit Tigers money line, and we are taking the Boston Red Sox money line at odds of plus 235, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on over to our second 2-team parlay. Headed on the ice, we got playoff hockey, the Los Angeles Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers here on the money line, minus 175. The total sitting at 6.5. The Oilers took game 5 in Los Angeles. Now they have an elimination game here. They could eliminate the Los Angeles Kings here. These Oilers do not want to go back and play game 7 on home ice in Los Angeles here. Edmonton absolutely beats down the Kings here and ends this series. Give me the Oilers in regulation here at odds of minus 105 against the Los Angeles Kings. Griff, hit him with game 2.
Game 2 shifting back to the diamond. Washington Nationals rolling into Philly to play the Phillies. Phillies minus 180 on the money line. Total sitting at 9.5. Brad Lord gets the start for Washington. He's 0-3 on the year, 17.1 innings of work and a 4.67 ERA. Philadelphia, they're 8th in batting average, 5th in on-base percentage, 8th in stolen bases. Tyjon Walker gets the start for Philly. Despite his numbers, I said this on my free play yesterday, and I'm going to say it again. This guy absolutely sucks. Dating back to 2 seasons, this guy's a consistent 4.0 to 5.0 ERA. He gets in trouble on the mound, and he is by no means consistent. Washington, they've had no issues scoring runs this season. I expect them to get to Walker tonight. Give me the over 9.5 runs in this matchup between the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. So for our 2-team parlay, we'll be taking the Edmonton Oilers in regulation, and we will be taking the over 9.5 runs between the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. Odds of plus 280. Now, before we get into our 3-legger, our 3-team parlay, I always do it, and I'm going to do it again.
Clean it up.
The volatility of this system. We're up 26% right now. Yesterday, we just managed to cap off 1%. It could have went south to 9% yesterday, and we could have got absolutely rinsed again. So you have to understand how this system works. It is all money management. It is all discipline. Again, if your $5 was $5 in February, it better be $5 today. And if your $25 was 5% and that was $25 in February, it's better be the same damn thing today. Stick to the script. Stick to the system. We want to hit them when we're up high, and when we're low, we want to creep back into profit to get up in a profit high and rip them again. That is the system. Rinse and repeat. With that being said, back in parlay action, 3-team parlay. We're on the hardwood. We got the New York Knicks rolling into Detroit to play the Pistons. Pistons laying 1.5 points in this game. Total sitting at 213.5. We got a tight line sitting at 1.5. This gives us 2 situations. We have a pick-em matchup on our hands, and we can expect a tight game based on the market incentive. Detroit, they played just as good on the road as they did at home this season with a record of 22-19 across both metrics. New York, they were a stout 24-17 on the road and a dominant 34-18 when playing in conference matchups. It's been a hell of a story for Detroit, but pack your bags, boys. I believe the Knicks take this game tonight on the money line over the Detroit Pistons on the road. Odds of plus 105 for game number 1. Nick, hit them game 2.
Game 2, going back to the diamond, we got my Chicago Cubbies and the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Pirates minus 130 on the money line. That total sitting at 7.5. The Cubs let us down yesterday. They got the loss 4-3 in that one. Now the Pirates are heavy favorites. Why? Because Paul Skeens is on the mound. He looked dominant in his last start against the Los Angeles Dodgers there. He only went 5 innings though in that game. We're not looking at the first 5 innings. We're looking at the full game here. This Cubs offense is first in runs per game in the Major League Baseball. They got Colin Ray on the mound. His ERA is under 1. Yeah, we're taking my Cubbies here on a great price. I don't care that Paul Skeens is on the mound. He's not going to pitch the full 9 innings here. Give me the Cubs on the money line against the Pittsburgh Pirates for game 2. Game number 3, our third and final game of this 3-teamer here. We got the Athletics and the Texas Rangers. Rangers minus 135 here on the money line. The total is sitting at 8.5. Yesterday, the Athletics, they beat down this Texas Rangers team 7-1 in that game. Their offense looked really good. Now they'll be matched up here against Tyler Mahle on the mound for the Texas Rangers. He's 3-0. He's having a solid start to the season. In his last outing against the Giants, though, he gave up 8 hits in 5 innings here. While this Athletics team will have Jeffrey Springs on the mound, he's got a record of 2-3. I like these bats to stay hot here for the Athletics. I think we could sneak away with a win here tonight in Arlington. Give me the Athletics on the money line over the Texas Rangers here. So for our 3-team parlay, we're taking the New York Knicks money line, we're taking my Chicago Cubbies money line, and we're taking the Athletics money line at odds of plus 785, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's head on over to our Hail Mary, our granddaddy of them all. Let's hit one this week. We got headed to the hardwood floor. We got the playoffs, Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers minus 6.5 here. The total sitting at 212.5. The Nuggets, they've got the lead here in this series 3-2. They could end the Clippers season here tonight. The spread may be a little high because it's do or die for the Clippers. I think Jokic and Murray step up. They keep this game a lot closer than people expect. Give me the points here in the back pocket with the Denver Nuggets plus 6.5 over the Los Angeles Clippers. Griff, hit them with game 2.
Game 2, shifting back to the ice. We got the Vegas Knights minus 165 on the money line. Rolling into Minnesota to play the Wild, total sitting at 5.5. We have another low total here as expected. Minnesota, we're aware of their dominance defense at home, especially at home. Vegas, they lead the series 3-2. They have won back-to-back OT winners. I believe tonight is the final punch for Vegas to punch that ticket in the next round, and I believe they do it in regulation tonight. Give me the Knights here, 60-minute money line, 3-way regulation, odds of minus 105. Nick, game 3.
Game 3, back on the diamond. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks and the New York Mets here. The Mets minus 160 here on the money line. That total sitting at 7.5. These D-backs finally got a win yesterday in that game over these hot Mets, 4-3. Now they'll have Zach Gallen here back on the mound. Gallen's been shaky to start this season. He's 1-4 with 32.1 innings of work. His ERA is high too, sitting right under his 6 at a 5.57 here. In his last outing, got rocked against the Atlanta Braves, going 5 innings of work, 4 hits, and 3 earned earned runs. He'll be matched up here against the New York Mets Singa. He's 3-1 on the season. Griffin says it all the time with the Mets. They play a lot better at night than they do in day games. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a day game. Zach Allen's an elite pitcher. He gets his win here tonight. I like the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line over the New York Mets. Griff, hit him with game 4.
Game 4, staying on the diamond. Colorado Rockies rolling into San Fran to play the Giants. Giants minus 255 on the money line. Total sitting at 7.5. So we've got a total in this matchup sitting at 7.5. Justin Verlander, he's a huge name for San Fran, huge name in the bigs. He's got a 4.70 ERA. Then you've got Kyle Freeland, who's the best pitcher for the Rockies. He gets the start tonight with a 5.93 ERA. This is an immediate trap. You have two pitchers who've been getting smacked up all season long, and then you post a total sitting at 7.5. Give me a damn break. Take the under 7.5 runs here. This is simply a trap motive play incentive. So, ladies and gentlemen, our 14 parlay, we're taking the Nuggets plus 6.5. We're taking the Vegas Golden Knights in regulation. We're taking the D-backs on the money line. We are taking under 7.5 runs between the Colorado Rockies and the San Francisco Giants. Odds of plus 1,555, ladies and gentlemen. And now, before we get the bow and the arrow out, all of that good stuff, we have to let you guys. I got to stop the show always. I always got to do it. I hate doing it because this is when my heart wants to start pumping. This is when I want to get rolling.
Get it out.
The comments, the feedbacks, all of that great stuff, guys. We appreciate you guys continuously doing that. Yesterday, again, I saw phenomenal comments. Today, I know I told everybody I was going to get back to them. I got swamped yesterday. It was a hectic day across all cylinders. I will be getting back to everybody tonight. Or today. So please continue the comments, the likes, the feedbacks. We post the show Monday through Friday. So if you're not at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so if you're not already subscribed, smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications as we get this show posted every single day of the week, Monday through Friday by 1 p.m. Eastern time. That'll alert you. And on top of that, just so you guys know, there was one comment that I did pick up on yesterday.
What'd you find?
And I'm kind of curious, and I want to ask the people about this one. Somebody mentioned, Nick, you saw it as well, that somebody said we were screaming yesterday.
Oh,
He had to have been new. He had to have been new, because if you think that we were screaming yesterday, you have not seen the Dirty 630 show in our studio that we have about 10 minutes away from here that we're going to go be doing in person tomorrow just to show you what screaming really is. But
we need the energy back.
Let us know, guys. Let us know what you think, whether if you guys like us online where we do this from our homes and we split screen it, or if you guys like us in person in the lab going absolutely haywire. Totally up to you guys. You guys let us know based on the comments. That's how we'll go off of it. But with that being said, get the bow, get the arrow out. We're going to the ice. 5% bow and arrow shot. We got the Dallas Stars rolling into Colorado to play the Avalanche. Avalanche minus 200 on the money line. Total sitting at 6.5. Colorado, they come into this game trailing the series 3-2. They went a dominant 26-12-3 at home this year. They got ripped up on the road in their last meeting in Dallas in a 6-2 final. The last time these two teams played in Colorado, they took that matchup, though, in a 4-0 final. Colorado, they got their backs against the ropes tonight. But this is a team who I can rely on in playoffs, and especially under pressure to get it done. Give me the Avalanche, 60-minute money line, 3-way regulation, or bow and arrow, odds of minus 120, baby. Boom! Boom!
Colorado, they got their season on the line here. They're not going to go out without a fight. Dallas doesn't play as good on the road than they do at home, but this is the Avs' last chance here. I think they come out just like they did in Game 4. They put a butt whooping on these Dallas Stars here. We're taking the Colorado Avalanche money line in regulation over the Dallas Stars for our 5% whale bet, baby.
Boom! Let's roll, baby. Recap time. All right. Parlay number 1, take the Detroit Tigers on the money line. Take the Red Sox on the money line. Odds of plus 235. Parlay number 2, take the Edmonton Oilers on regulation. Take over 9.5 runs between the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. Odds of plus 230. 3-team parlay. Take the New York Knicks on the money line. Take the Cubs on the money line. Take the Athletics on the money line. Odds of plus 785 in our 14 parlay. Take the Nuggets plus 6.5. Take the Vegas Golden Knights in regulation. Take the D-backs on the money line. Take under 7.5 runs between the Colorado Rockies and the San Francisco Giants. Odds of plus 1,555, ladies and gentlemen. And now the bow and the arrow shot, the one we live on, our bread, our butter. Take the Avalanche, 60-minute money line, 3-way regulation. Odds of minus 120, baby. Boom, let's roll. And as always, we appreciate you guys continuously tuning into the Dirty 630 show. Man, that was a lot of different ways of reading those variants, man. I'm talking regulation. I'm talking totals, odds, all that. So I was losing my breath. Anyways, guys, you got the plays. You got the selections. This is the Dirty 630 show. We are DocSports.com. I'm Griffin Murphy. Alongside me is Nick Menken. Boys, appreciate you guys continuously tuning in. All the feedback, comments, all of that good stuff. But don't go anywhere. We got a huge day on tap today, and then the boys will be back in action with you tomorrow. So stay in tune. Boys are coming out hot. But we appreciate everybody tuning into the Dirty 630 show. Have a wonderful Thursday. Happy May 1st, and we will see you guys once again in action tomorrow.